Hey, it's your boy Crypto Expat back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about crypto.com and why it's dropped almost 10%. And I believe that this is because of the changes they've recently made. And it's pretty much pissed off a lot of people. And people that haven't got their coins locked up on stake are exiting. I mean, this is obvious because of the price. People are dumping and moving on. And the reason is because they just keep, well, when crypto.com first started, it was a pretty decent app, and it had a pretty good, it still has a good cards, rewards. They've still got a decent card, but the interest that they're paying has dropped. Or they dropped it considerably, and then they realized they screwed up. People were unhappy, and then they've changed it. But it's in this 2-day period. Basically, it's just people are just fed up, and the reason being is they just keep on moving the goalposts. So if you've been following crypto.com for a while, you know that they've got a card that was out. It's been out for a while now, and this project actually started as MCO, and then I think they were merged or they were bought out by someone else, and they basically got rid of MCO and moved everything over to the Crow or crypto.com token, and that was a big issue as well, because the MCO token was it was far better tokenomics, and people are actually bought into MCO when it first came out. They pretty much got screwed once they had no option to move over to Crow. They got a 20% bonus, but the tokenomics worked in the favor of crypto.com. If we look at the crypto.com and look at total supply is 100 billion, but look at the circulating supply, it's only 20 billion. That means 80% of the supply is still not diluted. It's not out there. It's basically in the hands of crypto.com or the dev team investors, VC investors. But basically they have the majority of the coins. And if we look at the total supply market cap, the market cap here now is 2.8 billion or something. Look at that, yeah. So in other words, 80% is still in their hands, and they're basically dumping this coin to pay for their bills. And they have a lot of staff, into the hundreds, managing this coin and managing the card. And I do want to say the card is pretty good. However, I can't. It's no good to me because it's not available for Australians. So the card's really no good to me. So here's the issue. This is the email that I got. It says devalued customer. This is on the 13th of October. And it basically says that we're going to make adjustments. Okay. And the Crow staking 6% per annum dropped to the earned 4% per annum, 2% and 1% for 3 months. And basically they just slashed everything down by like 3/4 or 2/3 basically. And that kind of pissed a lot of people off. And then what happened was about 2 to 3 days later, now they came back and adjusted it. And then they just said, oh, hang on, we made a mistake and we're going to redo the adjustments. And now this is the adjustments they made. They basically went back up because they realized they screwed up, but it was all too late because people were just, at this point in time, they just dumped. Not a good thing for crypto.com because they would have lost a lot of money. So where do I see crypto.com now? I think there's far better options out there. if you're just in for the card, then that's great because you can still get like it's probably better now because with the 10,000 Crow is like dropped 10%, so you can actually get into the this card at only 1,095. This one here for 10,000 Crow for much less, and still get Spotify, Netflix. I just think that Crypto.com have built their audience to 5 million users, and now they just basically realize, we need to make adjustments because we're losing money or we're not making as much money. We got our bills to pay, so let's just screw the investors. That's just my sentiment on it. The way that they've done with MCO in the first place, now they've just dropped this. I think people have had jack of it, and they're just looking for better options. So what are the other options out there than that will give you better interest or get a better return on your money? Option here is to actually just have your crypto sit in Binance, even though it is a centralized exchange. They do have a what they call a SAFU or like a slush fund in case they get hacked. I would rather have my coins. I know Binance is they've got pretty good security. They've just recently upgraded their security, and they move all their coins to Cold Wallet storage daily. So I just think it's a better option. They're going to give you better returns. You're going to earn this. They've got multiple options here: flexible, fixed. They've even got this launch pool, which I do really like, which I've already done a video on. And they also give you returns on stable coins. Also, another option. This one is Celsius Network. They've been around for 2017. You can actually earn 15.26% on your Tether, 5.9% on your Bitcoin. I think that's up to 5 Bitcoin, first 5 Bitcoin. Ethereum 9.28. That's incredible. That's nearly 10% on your Ethereum. I think a lot of people are going to be moving over to Celsius because they've got just better APY, and these are the interest rates here. Current rewards rates for Celsius. If you look at these returns, they're amazing. Look at Synthetics, Matic 21, Binance 15.26, and with international. If you're international, you've got the option to earn in Celsius. So the reason why you would earn in Celsius is because basically more than 50% of the supply is already diluted. It's already out there compared to Crypto.com's only 20%. And with the Celsius rewards, international Celsius holders can earn in Celsius. The United States it's not yet. You can't earn in the Celsius token yet because of legal reasons. I think they're working on it. But also Celsius, if you go to Why Trust Us, about Why Trust Us, Celsius, they're actually monitored by the SEC. So they have to file documents, and this is really good for US investors. They're highly regulated, so this is a really good thing for Celsius, and I think they're going to gain momentum. So another option is Swipe.io, and even though this is basically owned by Binance, and it's going to get integrated more so with more integrations with Binance. It's another option, and it's I think it's this card has also had its issues as well, but I think that because of the staking features, people are going to come back, use this because of the debacle with Crypto.com, and it's backed by Binance too, so You got that added security. If you go have a look at the calculator, you can stake, let's say if you stake 1,000 SXP, you can make approximately 1.25 SXP per day, 8.75 SXP per week, and 38.0 SXP per month, which is pretty good. Let's just go and have a look at the price. So the price of SXP right now is about $1.19, and the supply is 289 million. So there's other options out. There's pretty good options. So the interest rate here is 43.63% per annum right now for SXP, and I mean that's pretty good. If you can just play with the numbers here with this calculator. I mean, if you stake 10,000 SXP, you'd make around about 378 SXP a month. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good returns. It's about $450 per month on 11,900. That's pretty good. So there's that option as well, holding the Swipe card. And Swipe has got similar benefits as well with the different cards they got. Very similar to Crypto.com. Different Sky, Saffron, Steel, Slate, and very similar. Spotify, Netflix, all that sort of stuff. I believe they're trying to get into the US. They're not quite in the US yet. But as you can see here, very similar. Okay, very similar to Crypto.com. So yeah, I think that more people are going to come over to Swipe and Celsius and Binance, even the Binance card, because they're just sick and tired of the issues out of Crypto.com. They just keep on moving the goalposts. So anyway, guys, so that's my take on it. Personally, myself, I have still staking Crypto.com. Once I have my Crypto.com unstaked, because I've still got about 40 days, I'll be selling all my crypto, all my Crow, and all my, just liquidate everything I'm getting out of Crow simply because of this. If you look at the tokenomics on it, you're heavily disadvantaged. The price is dropping daily, so hopefully, Crow will maybe come back to 11 or 12 cents by the time I can unstake my coins in 40 days, or I'll just be losing money. But this is the biggest thing you got to look at, guys. Only 20% of the coins are out there. That means another 80% of the coins will come out, which will just make this this could go down to 1 or 2 cents. Obviously, they're not going to release 80% of or 80 billion coins out at once. They're just selling off what they need to pay their bills. But it's going to be way inflationary in the next 2 to 3 years compared to something like a Binance or SXP or even Cell, where they've just such a lower, way lower supply, and more of the actual circulating supply is already out there. Okay, so the tokenomics are just not stacking up for me for Crypto.com, and I'm just going to be selling all my Crow when I can, as soon as I can. Hopefully the price won't drop too much, so I don't lose too much money. Anyway, guys, you guys make your own decision about it. Obviously, I haven't really gone into detail comparing each card and everything like that, but you can do further research yourself. They were just my sort of main takeaways for it. Let me know your comments below what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys watching, I really do, and I'll see you guys in the next video.